to talk about. We got a few things we need to go ahead and get off the chest. We're gonna get into Cassie's statement after hearing the apology herself. TD Jakes, Kelly Price, Diddy's bodyguard, Aubrey O, Candice Owens, Dr.Umar, and we're gonna listen to the Breakfast Club. So we're gonna get into a few things today. Okay. I always wait for it to be a minute and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, Kobe in the back barking, but I don't think y'all can hear him. But I'm in my ear pod, or you might just hear just a little bit of him in the back. But anyway, we're gonna get into Cassie's statement after that bogus apology that he made. He pretty much was saying how he don't want forgiveness. But he just wants to apologize. He pretty much just feels embarrassed of the video. That's all I pretty much got. I didn't get like, I'm so sorry to you. I'm so apologetic that this happened to you. I didn't get that. But this was her attorney's response. And the attorney response to Cassie video coming out was pretty much, yeah, we pretty much told y'all. They pretty much gave us the evidence of how it was supposed to go. Um, and yeah. So anyway, we're finna get into a statement. So she said Combs' most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he has hurt. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday. That's the problem that I'm having, right? It wasn't just there's just speculations out there, right? He literally said they lying on me. And this is not true. But that wasn't the case. But let's keep going. She said, the attorney said that hold on. Let me start from this sentence. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday. That he was only compelled to apologize once he repeated denials were proven false shows his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his indigenous word. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to move it side to side. But yeah, they're pretty much standing on business and saying that's literally what we said. Because if you watch the video and you get the lawsuit and you literally put them side by side, everything she said in that lawsuit is what transpired. And honestly, in my opinion, which everything is for my opinion, entertainment purposes only, the lawsuit wasn't as detailed as it should have been. Because you can literally put the lawsuit right here. I want y'all to take the lawsuit, look at it, put it on the right, and I want y'all to put the camera to the left. It was so much more less than what that video showed, in my opinion. So let's get the replies of other people. Now this is the Breakfast Club, right? The Breakfast Club had a lot to say about money grab, payday, and all this other stuff, right? So let's see what they got to say now that the video has been released.
Sean Combs. Not just Sean Combs, but the Bad Boy as a staff, record label, and mother effing crew, because y'all been enabling this kind of behavior for a long time. And clearly, after watching this apology, and in the video, it shows Sean Combs viciously attacking and beating his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. When I saw that video, I was disgusted and disappointed. Like Diddy needed his ass beat. Like, I wish Cassie would have had a gun on her and would have shot him right there on the spot. That's my initial reaction, because that's how I always feel when I see situations like this. And then there's just like this weird sense of grief, because it is Diddy, right? Diddy is a hip-hop hero. He's an ordinary person who did extraordinary things. To sit here and act like the man wasn't a huge part of our upbringing is a damn lie. So there's this weird sense of grief. Like, another one of our heroes has ruined their...
So this is why I like the Breakfast Club take, right? Because, like I said, they did thought that it was a money grab, but now they're taking accountability and saying, no, this wasn't just no money grab. We seen the tape. This is actually what really happened. But I can also understand Charlamagne's point, right? Like this is somebody we looked up to, somebody we admire, and now we kind of got to take that L. We didn't want it to be true, right? And that's fair to say. Y'all didn't want it to be true. Y'all didn't want that to happen, seeing how successful he is, right? And the things that he can do to help the community. I understand that, right? But when you're harming the community, the protection is off. The protection is off the moment that you decide to harm that same community that we're trying to protect, right? So I enjoyed the Breakfast Club point of view on that. I appreciate that. Too High, what's up, Too High? So let's go into
Monday, May 20th.
Bishop TD Jakes, which we all felt like he was bought allegedly. But we're going to play and see what he got to say about this.
That came in over social media that I happened just to see as I was coming to church. And the woman said to me, would you please pray for women
Let me see if I can do this.
who are living in danger in their own house? And there was something about the way she said it, and I know she's watching right now. There was something about the way she said it. It was a cry for help. And I realized something when I read what she said. As a father and as a husband and as a son and a mama's boy at that, when I saw the images that have been floating all over the news all week, it became difficult to watch. The atrocious, degrading, demeaning, debauchery. I know who it was, but I saw my daughters. As a man, I saw my daughters, and it made me angry. It made me angry. And I thought, if it affected me like that as a man, how much more is that image a trigger for women who have been through that, who are currently going through that, who are in the middle of that, who feel trapped in situations where you are being physically and emotionally and verbally abused. And it is possible to feel trapped and have a key to the door and still feel trapped in a situation you can't get out of. And it has, domestic violence has no particular color, age, or face. It can be sitting beside you today. You can be churched, you can be unchurched, you can be educated, you can be rich.
So the point I was trying to show there was I thought he was bought. I thought he was bought and paid for. So for him to go out and say that, I was a little shocked. Y'all. But we just going through and seeing people reactions. Yesterday, I talked about Slim's sad apology because he had the most to say about Cassie about this being a money grab. And after seeing the video, he did, man, I had to, he was a black man. I had to look out for him. And that's the problem that I have. And I love my black man. This is not a black man bashing. Please do not get this twisted because I feel like we need our black man. But I'm not saving no black man when he's causing harm to his community. I don't give a damn who it is. Amor, you're causing harm to the community. You got to go. And if you don't feel that way, you really don't care about that community as much as you say you do. The Baller Twins. What's up, Baller Twins? You couldn't have. You couldn't have cared about them that much if that's what it's about. It's about saving him because everybody under attack. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Aubrey O. Now, Aubrey O was in Danity Kane. I loved her. I had her CDs and everything. Their CDs and everything. She never waived her view. she had this viewpoint from the moment she was in the group, and I low-key think that maybe she caught on to a lot of that stuff, which is why on the show Making a Band he didn't like her that much. Maybe she was catching on and just wasn't, because remember, she was always trying to do her own thing. Aubrey, when it came to Danny Kane, she was like in her own little space, and I'm wondering, like, maybe she peeped some stuff. Maybe, I don't know, because she was very vocal and he never tried to like take her down, even though she was very vocal. So I don't know, maybe she got something on him. But this what I'm gonna read y'all her tweet. This is towards his apology. She said, Diddy did not apologize to Cassie. He apologized to the world for seeing what he did. He says he's always disgusted with himself now, and he was disgusted with himself then. But apparently he wasn't disgusted enough with himself to not pen this statement out, calling her a liar and denying it all. Leave God and mercy out of this. They aren't present here and you know it. That's Aubrey O. But let's talk about it, right? He said he is disgusted with himself now the same way he was disgusted before. He said he was disgusted in 2016, but allegedly came back in her house in grape Turks, I can't say the real word, in 2017. So how disgusted were, and you say you're the same amount of disgusted. So that means you're not disgusted at all. Is that what that means? If he said he has the same amount of disgust that he had in 2016 that he do now. But in 2017, he still injured her physically and sexually. So, and then like she said, at the end of the statement, he said, I'm not asking for your forgiveness, but I'm sorry. So if you're not asking for her forgiveness, then who is this for? It's not for her then. It's like, did he read the statement before he read it, or is he think he's that untouchable that nobody's gonna point this out? Trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out. We finna move on. Let me see, who else do I have here? Candice Owens. Candice Owens' response to Diddy's apology was, great to hear you're sorry, Diddy. Now do Biggie plus the guy you allegedly shot in the bathroom plus Kid Cudi car you allegedly blew up, and whoever you are allegedly shooting at the nightclub with J-Lo for starters. Oh, Candice Owens won't smoke. Candice Owens, hey original. Candice Owens won't smoke. Baby, she want all the smoke. I'm gonna just read it one more time. And this is not my word. This is all alleged in my opinion. And I am reading Candice Owens' Twitter. Because YouTube be trying to get me. This is what Candice, I'm reading this one more time. She said, great to hear you're sorry, Diddy. Now do Biggie. Plus the guy you allegedly shot in the bathroom, plus Kid Cudi's car you allegedly blew up, and whoever else you were allegedly shooting at whoever you were shooting at in the nightclub with J-Lo for starters. Now, when it came to the whole Biggie thing, I find it a little ironic that he wanted to sue Empire because he felt like they took his story. And remember season 1 when he sued them, this was during the time Lucious Lyon was a producer and he shot his artist who was heavy set with a chain. But we're gonna keep going. And Kid Cudi allegedly, I have to say allegedly for YouTube purposes, but he went on the Breakfast Club and said this was true. He's already let that known that was very much true. Now J-Lo is in a whole nother frequency. You know what I'm saying? So she might not even know none of this is going on. I don't even think we're gonna get any answers from J-Lo because she's in her own world in its entirety. But we're gonna read Dr. Umar's statement. And before I read this, I want y'all to know that I feel like Dr. Umar was being sarcastic. And I want y'all to listen to the words. Don't let it go over your head. That's what he said. He said, I'm not going to give this too much energy as we have far more important issues to address than what happened 10 years ago. However, this isn't the end for Diddy. TD Jakes will help him set up his own mega church. He will be saved and baptized and will probably make more money as a pulpit pimp than he has ever as a mogul. Are y'all peeping the words? Y'all peeping the words? Puffy will rise from the ashes born again. Thank you, Shayla. Y'all peep the words, right? He's being very sarcastic. He's pretty much saying, look, y'all, all he gonna do is say that was in the past. He gonna become a pastor. It's gonna be a mega church, and that's just gonna have all his sins. I hope y'all peep that. Make sure y'all follow, hit that notification, and subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. But a lot of that went over people here. But I'm looking at the comment section, and some of them are getting it. Some of them are getting, and I feel like, because I'm a Christian too, but I can still listen to other perspectives that I do not agree with and still understand what they're saying. So I think once he mentioned the church, people kind of it kind of went over their head, but I caught it. And I hope y'all caught it. Y'all want me to read that again? Or did y'all catch it the first time?
I have not spoken.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to Kelly Price ass next, because she it's not it. We did Candice Owen, we did Dr.Umar. Let's do Diddy Bodyguard, what he said, and then we're gonna go to Kelly Price, and then her remarks trying to cover up what she said. Child. That's my Pomeranian in the back. That man bark at win. Okay, so this is Diddy's bodyguard, right? He said, I get, and this is all, everything is to this apology that Diddy's made. I guess you sorry and was at rock bottom for years and years. Cause you was whipping not only her A, but Kim's A and others too. Let's reflect Harlem to Hollywood soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he was in the movie. I mean, he do so many interviews talking about Diddy, and he never changed his story. Everything has remained the same, and some stuff has even coming out since he's talked. So that I will watch it. I would definitely watch it. Now let's get into Kelly Price. Kelly Price, like, just beyond irritating. Beyond irritating. And I'm gonna read what she said under Diddy post, and then I'm gonna let y'all listen to her response, which is through a video. Let's go. She said, it is my sincere prayer that the power of the Holy Ghost take over you so that you do not only have a change of heart, but a change of mind and a change of direction. I have seen you at your best and at your worst. I know you are capable of being, I know what you are capable of being when you are at your best, despite the seductions of the industry. My bad, y'all. I want to see you and I want to see you soon to create this in the business, but I need you to pray and I need you to receive from the Most High. I need for those prayers to take place sincerely. She said, you are a unique talent, and both sides that represent light and darkness receives you anxiously. Do you know who God is? She said lane, but I know she mean lean. She said, lean not into your own understanding, but all your ways acknowledge him. To ask a man to ask God for forgiveness who don't even want forgiveness from his victims is diabolical. But we're gonna read her, not read, we're gonna listen, because it's a video for this one. We're gonna listen to her response, because you know she got backlash. And matter of fact, I'm gonna read some of the comments that was said, because I'm listening to, like, did she listen to the apology? Or is she just going off of trying to be somebody's savior? Somebody said she was a friend of mine. Somebody said, where's the prayer for Cassie? She's the victim. Hello. Somebody said, Mr. Biggs, please get your goddaughter. The man who didn't want her in his video because she was too big, by the way. Child, somebody said, oh, Kelly, this was an absolute fail. And reading the room. This plays into his narcissistic, dense apology and gaslighting attempt to win sympathy and to become a victim. Child, this is why predators all up and through the church now. Wait a minute. Wait, is there a bigger discussion we need to be having here? Did she send prayers to Cassie? I ain't hear Cassie at all. Did y'all hear Cassie in that message? I ain't hear Cassie at all. If we had not seen the video, he'll still be saying he was innocent, knowing he was guilty, and that's the problem. He was going too hard saying it's a lie. She can go to H with him. Y'all bet. She could have texted this in prayer and in private. And in private. I agree. She should have kept this to herself. Cause what are you doing? Like the video is there, and y'all still trying to hold this man's hand. Like this is a grown adult. But this is her response, y'all. This is her response. I'm gonna fast forward because she took a minute to talk. Yeah, Instagram, they won't let me. Okay.
This live up, but I decided to do one. Hello. Happy blessed Sunday to everybody. I hope you're doing well.
And it's on a Sunday. She responds to this.
Hello, hi.
Child.
Hey, Toyera. Hello. I'm good. Thank you for asking how I am. I am good. I think everything should be up. Someone said they just... yes, all dates will be posted. Hello. Happy Sunday.
I told y'all she take a minute, but Instagram not letting me. Okay, let me see.
For those of you who got what I was trying to say, and I was compelled to say it, I don't need the clout. So for those of you who are saying that, you're the one who's inside my life.
She should have been compelled to mind her business.
It was really more of a warning. Like, when it's all said and done, we're body, soul, and spirit, right? So if someone has a problem with alcoholism or drugs or whatever it is, if you put them in a 90-day program and they feel better at day 45 and they check themselves out, the work has not been finished. The work has not been complete. I simply said to him, because I believed that he would hear it, that make sure, I was pretty much telling him do the soul work. So it wasn't, oh my God, I'm praying.
She thought Diddy was going to listen to him, listen to her.
You've not seen me out here on that.
Wanna now, what you mean? I don't know what that means.
Tried to make it that, you need something to harp on, and I get it. Do what you got to do to make your life feel important. I don't need to do those things.
And not her with an attitude.
Things that leave a mark in this world, which is the reason why you actually know my name while you're trying to drag me.
And now she's trying to get mad at us.
I really was telling him, do the soul work. Do the soul work. Because there's nothing that therapy, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, whatever the case may be, they can give you steps to try and not repeat the behavior. But if you don't get your soul right, there will not be real change. The proper definition of repentance is a change of heart, a change of mind, and a change of direction. I was basically telling him, you got to change your heart, you got to change your mind, and you got to change your direction. If you know God, you say you know God, you you want to know God and you want to do better, I simply was saying that he had to do the work. The rest of you went on a harp. You went off on this thing. You talk about I pick a side. I pick the side of righteousness. I don't care who it is. There's no amount of money that's going to make me. There's no person in any position that's going to ever make me be okay with doing something to someone else so horrific. We live in a world where people thrive off of this stuff. Y'all have a good time jumping online, talking to people like they crazy that you know you ain't gonna ever see in real life. And if you did, you definitely won't have that energy. I keep telling y'all better be careful because you never know who you're gonna see. And if you see them, you never know how, when you walk up on them, how they're gonna respond. We have keyboard thugs. This is the thing.
I wish she had this energy for Diddy. The way she's coming at the people that's trying to protect Cassie, I wish she had that energy for Diddy.
I'm going to let you see it that way. I told him, do what you need to do to get your soul right, brother.
Why didn't you talk to
Cassie?
Cassie?
To decide what they do with him legally. I have nothing to do with that. But in the end, he's still going to have to see God. He's still going to have to see God. And whether he lives a long life outside of jail or the rest of his life in jail, I'm talking to a person and telling him, get your soul right.
But why are you saying this to Diddy and not Cassie? That's the problem that I'm having.
Diddy, go. That's what y'all tried to make it be. You're bored this Sunday. By the way, I just had a most beautiful lunch with a colleague.
We bored because we in support of Cassie.
For trolls.
Somebody come get Kelly Price.
Who have lesser
Somebody come get this lady.
To decide how my day is going to go. You know what I am praying? That he got the message.
Make sure y'all like, share, love, y'all.
And that he chooses to do those things. I could have came on here, oh, Jesus, he preachy. He without sin, let him throw the first stone. We all know that. What we all got to remember, too, is, we can't ask God for forgiveness if we can't forgive others. But I didn't bring that here either.
Not putting us in it.
He decided to misconstrue what I said, and that's on you. He needs to go to God. He know what he has to do.
She really giving us the Dr. Jackie.
When you're in right standing with God, God won't allow you. When you're really in right standing with God, he will not allow you to walk around knowing that you have done horrible things to people and not go back and make it right with them. So for the people who understood what it was I was trying to say, I was not up this morning being a Diddy cheerleader. I used my voice.
That's what he gave.
To someone who, for nearly 30 years now, if I had something to say, he would listen.
You think so?
He listened because I didn't party with him. He listened because I did not hang out with him socially. His nickname for me when I first started working with Bad Boy back in the 90s was, there goes the church girl. Everybody knew I just wasn't about.
So she was with him in the 90s. Pay attention.
Okay. So if your only way you say I need relevance, I'm sorry, sweetheart. My songs will be playing the day that the world blows up. So no.
This is my issue, right? First you gaslit us and saying we didn't hear it right. Then is you guys just decided to not take it right. Then is don't get mad at me because I'm Kelly Price and I'm still gonna be on top. Where is all this energy for Diddy? Like, you're protecting this man, right? And then you went back and doubled down to protect him even more, and then tried to compare his trauma to ours, talking about everybody's sin. What? No words for Cassie. She never said Cassie's name ever in this. I'm not understanding. I'm confused. I'm confused. Break it down. Break it down, please. But y'all, this looks like this might be a short one today. Well, it's 30 minutes. I've been on here for 30 minutes. But anybody got anything to say about this? Y'all got disagreements? Because I take all perspectives, all angles. Anybody got anything they want to say about this? Because what we did was we went through the Breakfast Club, Dr.Umar, Candice Owens, Aubrey O. We read Cassie's statement, which pretty much said that wasn't for Cassie, that was for the public, which we knew because he said he didn't ask for forgiveness. Aubrey O'Day, we went over her because she never changed her story since Danny became. The bodyguard never changed his story, so we went over his stuff. That whack ass Kelly Price, whatever she just did, we went over that. And TD Jakes video, which I thought he was bought, so that was shocking to me that he actually came forward and just said how diabolical that stuff was. I just want the I got my list. I just want to make sure I go through the list. Y'all feel like I missed anything? Because if not, I'm going to go ahead and end it at 30. What's 30? About to be 31. But this was a good session, y'all. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe, hit the notification button. I come on between 11 and 1 and sometimes in the evening around like 6, 7 o'clock. So make sure y'all have the notifications on because I just hop on when I feel like my royalties need to know the tea. Because I needed y'all to hear this. I needed y'all to definitely hear that Kelly Price stuff because that was just asinine to me. But bye, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching.